What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to the 4th episode of Subnautica. During the previous episode, we got a bunch of stuff done. We were able to craft our reclaim suit, or still suit, which allows us to get water for free, essentially. I guess it's collecting moisture off our body, so we're drinking our sweat. Ew! I don't know what's going on there. And then we got a rebreather so we can spend a little more time underwater with our current oxygen setup. And of course, we started working on our base by building a platform. More of the same during this episode. We are going to build some base modules. We just placed down the main base module, which gives us a lot of room to work with. And then you have to build a hatch in order to get inside of this guy. We're not quite done yet, though. This thing needs some power. So we need to place down some solar panels, and that will allow us to go ahead and put a constructor in there and some other things that require power. Very cool stuff indeed. So this essentially gives us, I think it gives us like 50 max power per solar panel, so we might want to put down another one later. I'm not going to hop right inside of the base immediately because we need some additional resources. Things that I'm interested in are obviously the fabricator. We need to build that, so we need more titanium. We need storage. And I want to build a fish tank. The fish tank is awesome because it allows us to kind of front load our food, like I usually front load a lot of stuff. So we can grab like a whole bunch of fish and put them in the aquarium and have that for later times when we, maybe in a desperate situation, we need to eat immediately. We can go in there, grab a couple fish out of there, cook them, and it's just... It is so solid, man. It's solid. All right, so we are approaching the nighttime hours once again, and as I've expressed, if I'm not doing anything really pressing, I'm going to go on a quartz hunt, because this is the best time to do it. They're the easiest to spot, so just going to grab some titanium and some quartz. And I know this might be a little kind of irritating because we just started building the base and that's kind of some of the cooler elements of the game. But don't worry, we'll totally get into it. We got a lot of stuff to do during this episode. Hopefully we'll get a good deal done. It's kind of fortunate for us that we don't have to really go to the deeper biomes in order to collect some of these things. Because during the nighttime, collecting quartz, it's not such a dark thing. Not like it is when you get like deeper. It's really hard to see, as we saw during the previous episode. All right, so you're kind of seeing something here that we have to be mindful of. So we are in the radiation arc of the Aurora, and now I'm taking radiation damage. But of course, I got a little greedy because I saw that that titanium plate, and I wanted to pick that up. Fortunately, I had a good idea of what direction I was heading, so I could get out of there quickly. And I knew I could be a little bit greedy by picking up the titanium plate without taking too much damage because I had full health. We did just apply a med kit, I believe, a couple episodes ago, or in the previous episode we had 100% health, so not really a problem there. Okay, so our still suit just produced its first round of water. Every once in a while we'll get a notification letting us know that some water has been reclaimed and put in our inventory. And then, of course, we can go ahead and drink that, and that is why that suit is just really awesome. Now, it doesn't completely eliminate the need to produce disinfected water to drink, but it greatly reduces it, and it's nice because it's one less thing that you have to focus on in the survival realm. So now you just have to be worried about food. And we're about to get that kind of... We're about to be in a good position with food, really. Because once we get the aquarium built and all those fish in there, we'll be in good shape. And then we can really kind of buckle down and focus on some of the more interesting things, some of the more cooler elements of this game, which I cannot wait to get to. Because I just think, oh my gosh, this game is so freaking cool. Speaking of which, I am once again dwindling in the food department, so we'll go ahead and cook a couple of these pepper fish, and one pretty much on deck, one to eat right now. And we did pick up a bunch of titanium as well, and we need that, of course, to build some of the things that are going to allow us to go inside of a base module and build some cool stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look and make sure we have everything we need. So we need some glass for the locker, and we just need 2 titanium pieces for the fabricator. And then we'll probably need some more glass for the aquarium, of course. So we'll just build a couple pieces of this just to maybe front load. We might need to find some more quartz. All right, so let's just take a look again. Glass. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get inside of our base module. And this is exactly the reason why I like to place it right below. Because you see what I just did there? I was like looking around, and if we put it really far away, we may have not been able to find it, and it's really irritating in the beginning of the game. Unless, of course, I build a beacon, which, you know, I don't want to use up those resources right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fabricator right at the airlock. This will allow me to just kind of hop in here real quick, hit the fabricator, get out if that's what I need to do, and then here we go with the locker. So I don't really bother with the smaller lockers, I just get the big ones so we have a lot of storage space. So now we have plenty of storage space. Oops, I tend to do that when I'm holding the build tool. I accidentally hit the E key because I'm used to other games where you hit like E to enter the inventory. It's like the action key. So yeah, I accidentally do that often. You just have to regular mouse click to get into a lot of the things in this game, and sometimes I forget that. So, alright, the next thing we want is the aquarium, and that requires 2 glass, so unfortunately we don't have enough on us, but I do believe we have some quartz inside of our escape pod. Although it's still nighttime-ish. You can see the sun is rising, so the quartz is going to become less easy to spot. I could have gone on a little better of a quartz hunt, I guess. You need 3 quartz in order to build glass, and you need 2 quartz to build the silicone. So that's something you just need to kind of be mindful of, to pay attention to. However, sometimes it's beneficial to just go out there and get some more and leave some of the stuff that I have in my inventory. So I think that's what I'm going to do for right now. I'm going to go ahead, collect some more titanium, collect some more quartz, and then we'll make our way back and build that aquarium. Like I said earlier, not having to focus so hard on the survival elements really kind of opens up the meat and potatoes of the game. We can focus on getting some of those technologies that we've found earlier. So we need to get the analyzer bench down next after the aquarium and start researching some of those fragments. Specifically, the Seamoth. Seamoth is a vehicle that is going to allow us to get around the world much more efficiently, and we can start moving into some of the deeper regions of the game. And from this point, the game really starts to become very interesting. It really opens up the game. You get to see a lot of really cool biomes and a lot of the technology that you start to get to work with because of the higher end resources. It is my favorite part of the game, honestly, the later parts. That's why I'm so excited to see what is going to get added later on to this game, because it's still in its alpha state. And they, like I said before, I think during the first episode, they can do some seriously cool things with this game, and they've done a great job so far. So hopefully they don't get sidetracked on what they're doing here, because they're really creating a gem of a game, honestly. Subnautica does have some kind of inkling into the future of what this game may hold. It does have a roadmap available, and it works similar to some of the games that I've seen in the past, where they use kind of like a voting system where the community can vote on different features that they want to implement into the game. So this can be a good thing and a bad thing depending on the community that is playing Subnautica. Now, I know there are players that are interested in making this kind of like a combat-orientated game, and I don't think they should go in that direction at all. And I don't think the developers are interested in that either. I like how it is in its current form, and I'd like to see it expanded upon how it is in its current form. You don't really need to have machine guns killing fish and all of that. You have a... I can't say it because we don't have it yet. But we saw the technology, so I can say it. There is a device called a stasis rifle, which allows you to freeze life forms in the ocean, and you can either run away or escape, or you can take your knife and take that sucker down. And yeah, I think that's good enough. We don't need like guns and all of that kind of thing in this game. I want to see more of the crafting, more of the story, that kind of thing. Other than that, I don't know. Like, what they have in the game right now is just really super awesome. So, I mean, I just don't know what else they can do to make it even more ridiculous. Now, they could, because right now this game is pretty much all water-based. There are a couple places in this game where you can actually climb up on land and walk around, which is super cool. And it would be neat, maybe, if they go a little bit in that direction, where they could have some land-based vehicles or land-based base structures or whatever, but maybe not, you know, because largely it's an ocean game, so I don't know. But yeah, you don't know. I don't know what's going to turn into. Anyway, I was kind of taking a quick look through the inventory of my escape pod to see if I had everything I needed in order to craft the analyzer, because, like I said, that's the next thing I'm kind of working on. And I'm also kind of working on transferring all the inventory from the escape pod into the base that I've just built, because it has a lot more storage. Of course, I can build a second storage locker, which I'm most likely going to do. Go ahead and eat that fish. Bring myself back up there. I have a little bit of titanium in my inventory, so let's go ahead and just turn that into raw titanium. I'll probably need that to build some certain things anyways. And that frees up more inventory space anyways, because you get 3 units of titanium, and it essentially takes up 4 slots for each titanium fragment that you find on the ground there. However, I'm realizing that I'm going to need to go back down to the Redgrass region and collect some more silver ore, because I believe the computer chip requires 2 pieces of silver ore. We got a majority of the stuff we need, but we do need to make our way back over there. We need more silver ore anyways for a lot of other things, so might as well go ahead, head over there and grab a bunch of it while we can. I would have liked to get the sea moth up and running, but in order to build that, we need more silver ore. So off we go into the deeps once again to collect some titanium and a few more resources along the way, and of course that all important silver ore. And once again, we could come across some silver ore while we make our way to the red grass biome. These biomes do have names, but I'm pet naming them because I don't know what the technical names of them are. But the vine region or the bubble launcher region. Yeah, we could find a couple of pieces of silver on our way. But I'm really kind of interested in finding these because this allows me to stay under here. So, yep, just kind of trying to follow my old path there. Yep, there's some more titanium fragments. Might as well pick it up, yeah? Of course, now that we have some additional storage, it's not so much of an issue now to worry about having too much of whatever in my current inventory. We have 2 places to store things now, in our escape pod and on our base, and we can always build more of the storage locker. It really doesn't require much. It requires 1 piece of glass and a couple pieces of titanium, and you have a whole bunch of extra storage. But we don't want to get too crazy on that because we don't want to block certain regions, because that centralized room is going to be expanded upon in a little bit. So we're going to expand the base out just a little bit, not super crazy. What I plan to do is, towards the end of the series, maybe build something a little more elaborate as far as the base is concerned. Something you have to be aware of, though, is the deeper you go with your base structures, the more important it is that you have a reinforced hull integrity. So we'll have to have some specific higher-end resources in order to allow our base to live down in the deeper depths of the ocean. And it's really cool. Like, I like to set the base up, you know, kind of in the Redgrass region, bordering another really interesting region where you find kind of the highest end technology, and that's where I like to set up. But you do need to reinforce the base, or it will start to collapse, and then it's really cool. It like starts to, like, bulkheads start to fail, and it'll start to fill up with water, and yeah, it gets real detrimental. But it doesn't mean your base is like completely done after that happens. You just need to reinforce the base, and then you need to allow the systems to drain the water, kind of thing. It's really neat. I really like how the whole system works. All right, so technology fragments. We are after that really important silver ore. Not really spotting any of the sandstone, but we are in the basic vicinity. We do have the rebreather, which allows us to stay down here just a little bit longer. However, we still have to be mindful of our O2 levels. So we'll have to climb up soon. We're actually kind of low here, so I'm going to have to make some desperate quick looks, and up we go. So we got a piece of silver.
30 seconds of oxygen.
Again, I do really like the AI warnings, but there are some situations where you can get so deep, if there's nowhere to go, you are absolutely hosed and you're gonna die. Anyways, that is gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.